Is there something you've always wanted to do but haven't had the courage to pursue? What is stopping you? Well, that's a good question. Yes, there is something which I always want to do, which is gaming. Not much of a community yet in India, but my dream was to become a gamer.
Like a stream?
Yeah, like a streamer, gamers like SK Rossi. So yeah, it was my dream, but my parents didn't allow me to pursue the dream because they said that once you reach a certain age limit, they don't let you, the money to
Live off.
carry your family, carry your work tasks after that. So yeah, so I didn't give up on my dream yet. I still do it as a passion. I still game.
Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? If not, what do you think is holding you back? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm living up to my full potential. I never feel like that. And the thing that's always holding me back is self-doubt. And I never feel like I'm good enough to do a certain task and live up to my full potential.
Is there any particular field where you feel it the most?
Academics and dancing, and also in a social setting. I feel like I'm not being right in the social setting, if that makes sense. At times I say things or I do things which may not be appropriate for that setting. Yeah.
Makes sense. Are you trying to work to reach your full potential?
I'm trying to not doubt myself that much, start accepting myself a little more, and maybe if I work on that, then I can start working on living to my full potential.
Have you ever experienced a moment that made you question your words, views, or beliefs? If yes, what was it and how did it change you? Okay, so I don't have a specific moment that made me feel like that, but there are these moments where you have deja vu.
Yeah.
You're suddenly feeling that I've experienced it before. So that makes me question a lot of things, because then I start questioning, is it real, is it true, or it's happening in my head or something like that. So I'm a huge fan of Marvel.
Okay.
So I start questioning if there is a multiverse or actually that something like that happened. So it just goes into a spiral and I start questioning it.
Okay. Do you believe that there is a multiverse?
Kind of, yeah. It has to be. It is the universe is so big, so.
What is your biggest fear and how has it affected your life? My biggest fear is women. No, I'm kidding. It's heights.
Heights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't moved into an apartment above the third floor
Okay.
ever in my life. And I won't ever do it because I'm really, really scared of heights. I haven't gone bungee jumping. Oh, I also have thalassophobia. So I can't even swim in a swimming pool. So learning how to swim was really hard for me, so I never learned how to swim. I also have a fear of, I don't know if I can say this, so I'm going to say it, but if I can't say it, bleep it out.
Okay.
Commitment.
No, that's fine. You can say.
Cool. I'm scared of commitment. I'm scared of staying in one place because I love my parents, but I've seen what it's done to them. They're just stuck in one place. They haven't, I don't know, there's so much of the world to explore and travel and do stuff, and they haven't been able to do that because they're stuck committed to each other, which is a nice thing.
Yeah.
But it's really, 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 really scary for me. The way it's affected me is I haven't been able to maintain fulfilling relationships with people,
Yeah.
and even romantically, even friendship-wise. And I feel like once college ends, I'm really scared that it's going to come back up and I'll have to run away again. And
Do you think you'll ever overcome your fears?
I hope, I really hope, but deep down, there's always a voice that says, no, you're never going to do it.
Are you working towards overcoming them?
No, because that means confronting them, and that's pretty scary. But yeah, I realize I have to go to therapy for it, but one day I should go to therapy for it.
Have you ever experienced a moment that made you question your worldviews or beliefs? If yes, what was it and how did it change you? Oh yeah, for sure. I think there have been multiple, but there was one that really made me question the basis of relationships. And how exactly we have this one view on how a relationship should be, and how our life experiences completely shatter it and reconstruct it to
how our lives are going on. And I know that it's like this completely dynamic flow where you keep meeting new people, experiencing new things.
Yeah.
Your whole ideology and meaning of relationships keep changing.
Yeah, I have had, I guess, a lot of moments, not a moment, a lot of them, but yes, few are quite distinct. And I guess one was I used to believe that I'm an introvert, and when I actually started, interacting socially,
Yeah.
it came out that I'm not an introvert, I'm an extrovert. But yes, in few instances I am an introvert, and but
Sometimes.
if it comes to social interactions, I'm a complete extrovert.
Okay.
So that was a moment of realization that a person should not have preconceived notions about their person.
Yeah. I think that's something that a lot of people suffer with today.
Yeah.
They just consider themselves as an introvert and just shut themselves up.
Yes. So that's the moment of realization.
How did you realize that you're also you're more of an extrovert than introvert? What is that moment, sorry?
That moment, I would say, when I switched to my job, apart from studies, when I went to my job, I was quite expressive. And, in college, I was very closed, isolated. I used to live in isolation that, I don't want to interact with people. I had my own beliefs and I had my own notion towards life.
Yeah.
But when I interacted with different people who had different beliefs, then it kind of changed my perspective towards life.
Yeah.
And yes, you should be, open as a human being towards different perspective, different beliefs. So when I changed, the moment was, I would say, way back in Rohtak. It's in Haryana. That was the place of my first job. And I came to Bangalore. Yes, here I am, an extrovert interacting with you and answering your interesting questions. Thanks.
Yeah. Have you made a decision that completely altered the course of your life? If so, what was it and how did it impact you? One thing that I did was I took this course. And it's very cliche, but the thing is, I really didn't want to go for this course in the beginning.
Alright.
I had some issues with career decision and all that. And I was dealing with a lot of anxiety of what course to do and all that. And I didn't have a very supportive environment for this decision.
Yeah.
And so it just got to me and I took this course and I had a little bit of post-regret as well. Post-regret. But yeah, the thing is, after I joined, I kind of started liking the course a lot, mostly because subject was decent, but the people that I met, especially a few people that I can't believe I've become such good friends with them, and developed greater relationships, and the kind of exposure, everything.
Yeah.
Even though I might not have willingly wanted to go for this course,
You're glad that you did?
yeah, I'm glad that I did. So that's one.
Have you made a decision that completely altered the course of your life? If so, what was it and how did it impact you? I actually don't recall any decision that completely altered the course of my life, but I think in a way, in terms of the personality that I have right now, it's entirely due to me getting dissed on by one of my 11th grade teachers.
Okay.
He said I was not cut out for this, this sciencey field. He was like, okay, I think you should stick to commerce or something like that. Because I used to consistently get trash scores in physics, chemistry, math and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, and then, I don't know, this was during class hours and all the peers around you, your classmates are all staring at you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, shit, what do I say? What's going through your mind? You can't think. And just at that point, that was the first time I stood up for myself.
Yeah.
And I was able to stand up and be like, okay, regardless of what you say, I'm still gonna pursue this. Call it a snowball effect, if you will, because I was usually a very to myself kind of a guy.
Yeah.
And after that, it kind of changed me as a person, I feel. And after that, I just started having this insane god complex and narcissism, and it just peaked, it just went from there, just shot up and never went down. So that's kind of the biggest turning point in terms of personality-wise. It was not even a conscious choice. I just in the heat of the moment, it was like a fight or flight thing, and then I chose to fight. Like, okay, I'm not doing this. Whatever you say does not shape who I am or what I do. And yeah, to an extent, in a way, yeah, this situation shaped the person I am today.
What is the most significant sacrifice you made for someone or something you love? Nothing probably.
Shit, I take it back. He's been smile. Insane. There's nothing. Damn, it just hyped up to that one moment.
Why is it recording?